Hello everyone, in this video we're going to do a complete setup of AGR system with a mocap animations by Kubold. Basically any mocap pack that has certain number of animations can be set up with AGR, and I'm just going to show you how to do that. So let's jump in. Let's go into our examples, into animations. And let's go into blueprints, AnimBP, and we need a new one. Let's make animation blueprint. It is just anim instance for our AGR mannequin skeleton. Okay, and we'll call it pistol pro underscore base underscore anim blueprint. Okay, so we got this one, and this will be our base animation. So we don't have anything right now. Let's do first blend by blue, and this one will be just promote variable in air. Okay, so if it's not in air, we want to do blend by bool, and this one will be called standing. Okay, so if he's standing true, we want to make a state machine, and it will be standing, and we know that we will inertialize, because we'll be doing inertialization as a blend method, and for false we're doing a state machine, and it will be called crouching. Okay, let's do a blend of 12.25, 0.25, and just linear, and it's a standard linear blend. That will be fine. For in air, for now we're doing nothing really. Okay. Okay, let's go here. Let's add a state, and the base state will be obviously idle. Inside this idle state, let's add an animation. So let's go into pistol. Oh, first of all, let's go into our mesh and let's delete the skeleton. And let's take our AGR mannequin skeleton and replace all references. And let's just wait. And let's save all animations. And because those skeletons are absolutely the same, it will automatically perfectly retarget all animations without any extra effort from our side. Let's replace that to our AGR mannequin physics asset. Replace, save, and let's delete that and use AGR mannequin replace, and that will not break our map. And now we can do a fix redirection in folder and just wait for a second. And this will take some time. Now that is done, we can save everything once again and delete the entire mannequin folder. And it's saying that it got some textures that are parts of materials. We don't care about that. Delete it, that's it. To delete the source files, you need to show in Explorer, and there is a zip file. You should copy it and store it somewhere safe. If you want to edit animations in Blender, this is the right way to do. You won't have to export animations from Unreal to Blender. You can do it directly from the source files. But instead, we're going to delete the source altogether, because that way it's half of the entire megabytes of the package. So it will be lighter that way and less confusing for us. Now we got only this. Let's go into animations, in place, and let's go into idle. And we got pistol idle relax, lowered idle. Okay, so we're taking pistol idle, and now we go into Now we're going back into examples, blueprints, AnimBP, Pistol Pro base, and we need this idle here. Okay. And now we're adding a state called moving, and to enter moving, is idle not. So when we are not idle, we are moving, and when we are idle, we are not moving. Simple as that. And we'll have another state. This state will be turn in place, and it's a two-way to idle, and it's one way to moving. And the one way to moving is idle not. And that's it. And we'll do turn in place in a second. Let's focus on this one. So this is idle not idle, and moving, that needs blend space. So let's go here, our maybe animations, blend spaces. Okay, we can do here, and let's do a new blend space. So animation blend space for our AGR character, and will be called Pistol Pro strafing, or movement blend space. Okay, and in this blend space we got two scales, X and Y. So horizontal is the X one, so this will be direction from -180 to 180, and we got eight divisions, because we got not only 4 directions but 8 directions animations, and interpolation time is 0. This is very important, because if you do any interpolation time when you hit moving backwards, it will continue to jump from -180 to 180, but it will not jump over the border directly. It will go through this entire space all the time. The other way to do it, you can use just this classic strafe walking. And to do that, you would have to get forward vector and right vector and drive those two instead of direction and velocity. You would have forward velocity and you would have right velocity. And that would be driving everything, and that's also doable very much. But we're doing it the other way around, so with a completely new blend space, and we have this. And now vertical axis is velocity, and we'll start with 120 for walking and 320 approximately for running. So let's test it, and we don't need 4, we just need 1, so it's blending better. And interpolation time will be 0.2 because velocity can interpolate, and this is important, sample interpolation weight will be 4. You can set it to something between 4 and 6. It just makes this entire blend space a bit more pushy than the other blend in, blend out poses like idle. Okay, so now let's go here, pistol walk. So this is crouch, lower, okay, and this is root motion. So where is, okay, from the top will be in place animations. Let's make sure that they're in place. Yeah, okay. So those are crouch, those are lower, those are normal. So walk, backward loop. Okay, we got walk forward, I don't see any other direction, so they're probably called differently. Let's check strafe. Oh yeah. Okay, so right 45 degree, left 135, left 45, right 135. Oh, those are all crouch. Okay, here left 135, left 45, left loop. So this blends very well. Don't mind that he's above the ground because IK is taking care of that. Right 135, right 45, right loop. Okay, so walking is fine. And because we're doing from 120 to 320, we're doing scaling to velocity. And thanks to that, when we are walking below 120, he will scale walking, and walking animation is made in such a way that you always have at least 1 foot planted. So it will not have this floating foot effect. Okay, and now we have pistol right star. Okay, run 135 left. So it's this one. 135 right. 45 left. 45 right. And by the way, if you have properly made animations, like all Kubold animations, if you have 135 and 45, if you go in the middle, you will actually get a proper strafe. Even though there is no animation here, the blend between those animations is enough information for your character to make proper animation. You see that? This actually looks not bad. And here as well. Here it doesn't have anything to blend, so it can't go backward, but here and here it looks okay already. Run left. Okay, so this is a bit better. Right. Okay. Let's do run. Pistol run. Okay, this is lowered. This is run backward loop, and this is in place. So it's here and here. And run forward loop. Okay, we got all blends and they all look very good. Okay. So 320 to 360, this is, I think 320 is the speed that you don't have foot sliding when you are playing animations accordingly to the velocity of your character. So this is the entire blend space. You don't need more. So you do blend space, and it is called Pistol Pro Movement Blend Space. Thank you. And you make this velocity and this direction as variables. Okay. And compile. And now we have this small problem that we have to solve. So what we have to do is we need to get a new variable which is called lean normalized. It's a float. And if no, not set. If lean normalized is absolute value of lean normalized is greater than 0.1, then enter state. And if it is, well, I could just make smaller or equal 0.1, but I might as well just do not, and it will be the same thing. But this way I will be sure that I'm using the same nodes that I copied, so it uses the same values. Okay, now turn in place. It will be blend by boolean. And this one will not be a standard blend, it will be inertialized blend. And it will say that if lean normalized is above 0. So it's going forward or right or left, right? And it will be 0.25, 0.25, and that's fine. Or you know what, 0.2, 0.2. Now we need to find proper animations for that. So animation in place, 90, lowered pistol turn left, left loop. Okay, we need this one, or we need turn L smooth. We need this smooth one. So let's take turn left smooth, drop it, and let's take turn right 90 smooth. So the difference between those smooth and not smooth animations is that turn left 90 degrees has this clear stop to it, while this smooth is, you can see the foot are not even stopping for a moment, they are constantly moving. Okay, so we connect this and this. I don't think if they, I think they are in the right order, but I'm not really sure. And we want to expose our play rate. And now what we want to do is take this normalized lean and take its absolute value, and this absolute value is clamped as float between 0.2 and 2. And we just feed it here, and that's everything. Okay, let's make a state idle, and here we need idle crouch, pistol crouch to idle, pistol idle to crouch. No, not exactly. So walking, strafing, how is it called? Crouch loop. Okay, I wouldn't know that. So this is the, because idle to crouch is a transition pose, crouch to idle is also transition pose. So crouch loop is the actual loop position, I think. Let's make sure. Yeah, okay. So let's leave it at this for now. We'll change it later on. Okay. And here we'll do a blend layer per bone, and we'll take the same pistol idle pose that we had as our blend pose, and here will be third person jump loop. So we get the jump loop, and we get the pistol idle, and the pistol idle will be blended on spine 01, blend depth is 3, and it's mesh space, and another blend is for IK hand root. It is important, and it's blend depth 0 or 1. It doesn't matter, it's perfect blend. I just leave it at 0, and the second one is IK foot root. At least I think that's how they are called. Let's make sure. I'm doing this for so many years, but I still have to check. IK foot root, IK hand root. Okay. And IK hand root, IK foot root. Okay, so this is the in air pose, and let's make it 0.2 and 0.2, and this is not using inertialization because we are inertializing here, so this is standard blend. What else do we have here? Okay, I think that's everything we need for actual test. So let's make a new map. Let's go into AGR examples, map. Let's make our third person example map copy. and it will be mocap anim test map. Okay, let's open it. Okay, and we also need to go here, gameplay, mocap example, and we will need to copy this into our mocap example, and we'll call it mocap game mode, mocap player character, or mocap character. Okay, this is being set here and this is being set here, and we're not changing anything else. It's still AGR player controller. Save. So now we're using this mocap. Let's go here. Okay, save everything. Let's go into our mocap character, and oh, we also need to go into AGR, data, animation tags, and we need to duplicate this. Let's go to our base and make it call base Pistol Pro, and Kubold Pistol Pro mocap anim pack. Okay, by tag. Okay, and now we need to go into AGR, blueprints, AnimBP core. We need to go into base, and we need a new base. Add state, and this is Pistol Pro, and it's saying that if base pose is equal Pistol Pro, and it goes back if base pose is not Pistol Pro. Okay, inside Pistol Pro, linked anim graph Pistol Pro. Okay, expose everything, and now in air, idle, the new standing, normalize lean, velocity, direction, and you know what? Nah, I think that's enough for now, so we can actually test it. So is idle by default is true, standing is true, and rest is 0 by default. So this is how he looks like. Okay, let's go here, mocap character, and let's find our begin play. Okay, begin play and anim component. Look at clamp left. Okay, not mocap basic. You are now Pistol Pro man, and this is everything. Okay, and let's play. Okay, so he's doing a look, not aim. Okay. Okay, and if we hit right mouse button right now, okay, right mouse button, we're doing aiming and event aiming. So if we are aiming, if true, overlay pose, we'll skip the overlay pose. We'll do something else in a second. Overlay none. Okay. change camera. Okay, neutral pose. What is neutral pose? Anim starter pack. No. You're going back into Pistol Pro, man. This is the aim offset. Okay. Oh, and left. Left. Okay, let's go here. No. Okay, so we'll do something a bit different. We have to make some changes. Okay, event aiming. So if we are aiming, it is true. We're doing camera arm. This is no. Network speed. This is fine. Okay, I don't know what this is, so I don't care. 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 Okay. Yeah, this seems important. So for now we're just doing camera zoom and we're just doing this slow walk. Aiming and aiming. Okay. So let's see. Right. So we are now walking. I don't see foot sliding. And we're doing IK, which also works pretty well. Okay. And we'll do a bit more stuff inside this character now. So when we are, okay, we will take our animation master and we'll do turn rotation, and we'll do also setup, aim offset, and setup aim offset. And we do this just to make an example mechanic. So when we are aiming, it's top, we're doing left clamp. Oh wait, this is aim offset tag, so aim offset aim at, and here we're doing look at. Here we're doing nearest, and here we're doing left. Camera based, because we're third person. Aim offset clamp 90, that's fine. Aim offset speed, it need to be faster for aiming, it can be slower for look at, and 135. Okay, and here you'll be doing turning, desired rotation at angle. Rotation speed will be, let's do something like 240. Start angle will be 90 and tolerance will be 1. And we need to set up the same values here, honestly, so we never override them by any chance. And we will do rotation to movement. Okay. So let's see. So now we are aiming and we got this small lag and turn in place. Okay, we got turn in place animation. It looks pretty good. Let's make sure it's not sliding too much. Oh, come on, that looks good. It's a bit fast. So if we want, we can clamp it for aesthetic values, but thanks to how it's set up, it's not actually foot sliding, but we can make it look better by just going into here, standing, turn in place. Instead of 2, let's make it 1.25 or something like that. And go here. And now it will not do turn in place so fast. And it might have small foot sliding issues on turn in place animation. But it's not really a problem. Okay. Let's see that again. So this is aiming. And this is looking. Okay. So that looks pretty good so far already. And we got proper turning in place. Okay, let's go further. Let's go back to our Anim graph. It took us like what, few minutes to set up everything already. Let's set up crouching as well. So let's do this and add a state, call it moving, and just do the same. So is idle not, and from here to is idle we're doing is idle, and we're doing turn in place. And what we will do here is we'll go here, here, copy, go here, paste, go here, paste, not. Okay, Anim graph again here, here, copy everything, here, here, no wait, here, here, paste, connect, and now just swap those two animations. That will be fast. So we need to go back here, Pistol Pro, animations in place, crouch 90, turn left. So this is left, this one, and turn right. It's this one. Okay, that's it. Okay, and also here is idle not, and we need a blend space. And to get that blend space, we go back into blend space. We go into this, copy it, and before this movement, we do crouch underscore movement. And with crouch underscore movement, we just swap all animations and make it pistol, crouch. And this should be easy. Oh, no, you know what? We're going to do it differently because crouching animations, delete. Crouching animations will be an animation, Blendspace 1D, AGR mannequin, pistol, pro, crouch, moving, Blendspace 1D. Okay. And it doesn't scale, doesn't matter. Name is direction from -180 to 180. Pistol, crouch. Okay, and now we need to make sure we're using in place animations, so those. Left 135. Oh yeah, and we need to do 8. So 185, 45, right 135, right 45. Those are turn, walk backward, so backward, backward, and forward, and left is just LT, and right is just RT. Okay, so let's look. Yeah, everything works. And this is direction, so no interpolation, but still blend weight is 4. Okay, and that's it. Now we go back into our Pistol Pro Anim pose, and we are in crouching moving state. And blend, crouch, BP, where is it? Pistol Pro crouch moving Blendspace 1D. Direction, we fit direction, and we also take velocity. And then we divide velocity by, I think, 160 or 120 is the standard. I think 160 is the standard velocity. And we do a play rate, bind this. Okay. So we don't have two dimensions, but we can still scale the play rate based on our velocity. Okay. So this is crouching, and we can do one more thing. We can add a state, which is a stop. And this one is idle. And from this we go to idle instead of here. And this one will be automatic rule. So this one will be, okay, so now for all blend spaces, inertialization, 0.2, that's fine, 0.2, that's fine, 0.1. Now here into this will be 0.15, but back into idle will be 0.35, and here will be same as here, 0.2. Okay, that's fine. Let's go here, 0.2, 0.2. Here 0.2, that's fine, 0.15 and 0.35, and everything is inertialization. Okay, that's a lot better, and we can now test crouching. So let's go back into our mocap character. Let's go into character movement. Can crouch, true. Okay, let's go into, I don't know, maybe event graph. And let's do control, keyboard, okay, left control is crouch, and we have uncrouch function, so just crouch and uncrouch. Crouching, and by the way, we can also do on start crouch, on end crouch to do some extra stuff, but like do adjustments. I think in one of the examples we did an increased camera lag, but let's see what's the camera lag on this camera boon. Oh yeah, we got 0 lag, so let's do that. On crouch, and oh, we're already doing that. That's amazing. So it will have smooth camera already. So let's go here, crouch, uncrouch, crouch. Okay, we're looking around, and we're aiming, turning, and we are turning, and it works well. It works very well. And crouching, moving, stopping. Okay, something breaks. What? It seems that in our crouching we forgot to do idle, or what? Not idle, not is idle, this is idle. Okay, so okay, we don't have a stop, so we need to go into here, animations, in prey, crouch, stop, and crouch, walk backward, walk forward, and there are two, left up and right up. Let's compare them. It's this one. Okay, let's use the second one, and we're gonna know if it looks better or not very fast. Okay, let's go here and let's test again. So we are now crouching, walking and stopping, walking and stopping. Okay, walking and stopping. So I see one more thing we need to fix is that we need to be able to break our stop if we are not idle. So is idle not, and this one is 0.1, and this one will be 0.1, and this is also inertialization. Okay, and this is also 0.1. Okay, so let's do this. F11, crouch, walk, stop, walk, stop. Okay, we could change this blend because this is definitely too fast. But this is just cosmetics now, to be honest. 0.25 and here 0.15 at least. And now play. Okay, and stop. Takes more time. It's a lot better, and it's still fast, but it's not that fast. If we have a start animation, that would be also amazing. If it would be right foot start, that would be great. Do we have a right foot start? Oh, okay, but we would have to do directional because we are using the same stop for every direction, and that's fine because it just works. So sideways doesn't matter, it still works. Okay, so we got this, and oh, let's test jumping. I forgot about that. So jumping is fine as well, and it looks okay. Because the jumping animation in the mocap animations is, well, a bit awkward. Let's see, jump. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. No. We could maybe do this land. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. What I wanted to show is how to set up the basics of mocap animations and how to set up turn in place animations. And now with using this normalized lean, you can do proper turn in place. But let's go further with that, and let's set up an overlay. So let's make an overlay, and we will go into AGR examples, blueprints, AnimBP, and we'll do an overlay animation. So we'll go into blueprint. No, we're going to animation blueprint. We're picking AGR mannequin skeleton again, and we'll call it Pistol Pro Lower Overlay AnimBP. Okay, and what it does, you know what, we can actually make it not overlay. We could make it a full anim graph, but we'll have to set up it will be easier to make it an overlay. So let's make it almost the same as here, which means we can copy basically this and this. Okay, paste. So now inner, make a variable. This stays the same, and this goes, and this will be different. Let's go into animations, in place lower and lower idle, and this is lower idle, it goes here. Okay, stays the same. And this can be called locomotion and goes here. So this will be same for if you are crouching or not crouching, doesn't matter for us at all. Idle will be lower idle, and make sure that it's not root motion but in place animation. And same goes here. This is in place. Okay, moving, we need a new one. Strafe run. Okay, so we go back here, blend spaces, animation, blend space standard 2D AGR. Okay, and pistol pro lower movement blend space. Okay, and again we are scaling the vertical, so the speed, the horizontal is angle or direction. It's -180, 180, and it's 8 divisions with no interpolation, and this is velocity, and velocity is between 320 and 120, and it's just 1, and interpolation speed is 0.2, and the weight of this entire thing will be 4. And now we're doing pistol lower, and let's go into our, make sure it's all in place. Okay, so lower, run backward loop, run backward loop, run forward loop, it's here. Left 135, left 35, left loop, right 135, 135, right loop. Oh, and lower don't have crouching animation as far as I know. Yeah, it doesn't. So that's very good for overlay. And let's go here, strafe. Okay, so those are walking. Strafe left, 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 right, right, right. This is run, run. Okay, now strafe. We don't care about those. Okay, run left 135, right 135, run 45, 45, left here, right here. Okay. Walk backward loop, walk forward loop. Okay, and we got everything. So this is walking with lowered gun, this is running with lowered gun. Okay, that's it. And yep. Pro lower. Okay, so here it's lower. It's this one. Create variable, go here, create variable, create variable. Okay, here, let's try to compile. Okay, that was everything. And now lower. Let's go into animation, in place. Lower 90. Do we have a turn? Turn left, turn right. Smooth 90 left. Okay, smooth 90 left. So it's this one and smooth 90 right, and they are all in place. Okay, great. Right, smooth lowered. Okay, so this is done. All those blend are inertialization. This inertialization, it's everything. Everything's done. Variables, all of them. Okay. So let's now go into our tags. So we go here, data, animation tags, and let's find overlay, duplicate. Our duplicate will be overlay dot pistol pro lowered and Kubold Mocap Anim set pistol pro lowered overlay pose. Okay, save. And now let's go into AGR, Blueprints, AnimBP core, and let's go into overlays. Let's add a new overlay, state pistol pro lowered. Okay, let's find our overlay pose equals pistol pro lowered. Oh, not here, but here. Yes. And copy. And not. And it's fine. And here is linked anim graph. Oh, and one final very important thing, right? It's the final blend. So what we need to do is get input pose, and this input pose will be blend bone layer blend. And this layer blend will be spine 01, blend depth is 3, mesh space rotation, and it has also IK hand root blend as well, and it is absolute, so 0. And that's it. So this is the base, this is the blend. Save, and we have everything now. Let's go back into our core. Lower, pistol pro lower. Here is base saved. Base saved pose goes into lower. We expose everything, and now we just connect everything. In air, idle. We don't need crouching or not crouching. It doesn't matter at all. Direction, velocity, and normalized lean. That's it. That's everything, and we got an overlay. So how are we going to use this overlay? We go into event graph, and now okay, we can delete that. Okay, this is still being used. Change pose. This is not being used. Oh, okay, doesn't matter. So this goes nowhere, and here. Okay, this is where we are. It's ridiculous. Okay, so on ADS, if ADS is false, what we will do is we'll also set overlay. Event setup overlay, and we'll do it on both. So if we are ADSing, the overlay is none. Overlay is none. But if we are ADSing, if we're not ADSing, overlay is lower. Yeah, it also goes here. It goes here. Bam, bam. Event aiming not. Okay, so now we need to find again begin play. Anim component, look at, okay, this, yes. you know what, instead of doing all this crap, you could just do invent aiming no, and that's it. That should work as well. Let's see. Almost. But I didn't change the base pose because we forgot to set up the base pose, I think. Yeah, we haven't set the base pose. Setup base. And setup base will be the same for both of those because it will be the Pistol Pro. Pistol Pro and Pistol Pro base. Okay, it's here. Of course. Okay, and let's play. So now we are looking around. So he's not lowering and picking up his gun. He walks directionally on this animation. Okay. There is some strange behavior, but it's a bit shaky, but it's due to IK, I guess. Yeah, it's IK. I can I can tell right away. So it's going to core AnimBP. I can show you that it's definitely IK because if we go into this IK node, it will stop shaking. Almost. Or maybe in our lower we could even do a smaller blend like 7. Maybe that will be less shaky. No, that's not bad. But if we aim, now we are aiming and we are not doing an overlay. So we're doing our base position. If we crouch, we're still aiming, and if I let go, we're doing the overlay on top of our crouching. So now we're having our gun lowered. So this is how you would use Kubold Anim set to do proper poses based on my animation system. And you can, like you can see, blend different poses all together and just work with them. Let's get this back as it was, because that wasn't the issue. I guess that could be solid neutralization. Yes, it is. Yes. This is standard, and this is mesh space. That's fine. Yeah, everything is fine. Maybe I'm just nitpicking. Let's see. Let's make T max FPS 60 so it's completely fluent. Let's make it R VSync 1 so it's absolutely fluent. Okay. And this is basically the setup I've done in my Resident Evil demo that a lot of people were asking about, how I made that. And you can see it's turning in place. Yeah, the legs IK node is just doing some small shakiness on everything. But it's not that bad. Okay, let's go back into here, and I think this is fine. Let's make it 3 again. And okay. Okay, that's everything for today, and the next thing we'll be doing is setting up some weapons from a different pack, and maybe we'll work with some first-person animation blends. Thanks for listening, and tune in to the next episode soon.